Abraham Lincoln, the most revered president in U.S. history, as we know now, is not stranger to failure. He failed not only once, but twice in business. He not only failed once in politics when it comes to his election, but 8 different times. In the midst of all that, he suffered a major nervous breakdown. Now, a lot of people at this point would have quit. A lot of people at this point would have said, well, this might not be for me. I'm going to give the space for somebody else. What if Abraham Lincoln would have allowed this to be his definition, his story? He would have not known the man who held together the Union in his most darkest days. He would have not known the man who actually ended slavery. Abraham Lincoln's story teaches us that all the failures, all the inadequacies, all the things that we are going through which we will qualify as negative, is actually a part of the journey. And this is what we're going to see today. Today we're going to explore in this video that our feelings of defeat, of inadequacy, does not determine our leadership potential. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing great. This is Kerby Steven Leadership Podcast here. And welcome if you are a leader, potential leader, upcoming leader, or just a person, an individual trying to grow yourself, develop yourself. You are home. This is a place for you where we value people, grow leaders, and transform lives. If it is your first time here, welcome. Subscribe to this channel. It's everything about personal development and leadership. So you are at the right place at the right time. Like, share, comment on the video. Do all the beautiful good stuff. Tell YouTube that this channel deserves its spot in the algorithm. That would be a great support for me, as well as I'm growing this YouTube channel, as I'm growing myself as a YouTuber as well. And so that's going to help me help you and help the world the right way, change the world through personal development and leadership impact. Businesses, institutions, individuals just like you and Let's get into it. Today we're going to explore this amazing quote that actually I learned this year, making this video in August 2024, where I got certified as a John Maxwell leadership team member and as a speaker, coach, and trainer, teaching the world leadership, personal development, and impact and influence the world through leadership. So if you see this little badge here, it's just a little sign, a little badge that we got that from that experience. I'm a proud member, a proud certified speaker, coach, and trainer, and I'm helping the world through this video, in person, individually. I'm in the faith area as well, in non-profit organization, in businesses here in my town. I'm helping people just grow. And so I heard this quote from John Maxwell himself, saying your feelings are not a reflection of your potential. So he gave us great teaching on that, and I want to share with you, and I hope this will help you as you grow in your leadership journey, in your own personal development, that will help you grow to new heights, okay, and help you dismantle those limiting belief, those feelings of doubt or inadequacy or fear that you have as a leader, and keep you moving, keep you growing, keep you going in this journey, and be the leader that you have been called to be. Okay, you're here for purpose, and you're here to change the world in some form or fashion, through your business, through your ideas, through your creativity, through your own personal development. As a parent, whatever it is, you are leading something. The moment you turn an adult, you became a leader, whether you like it or not. So when we say your feelings are not a reflection of your potential, we're talking about all those emotions that are a normal part of life, okay? Especially for leaders. Yes, especially for you and I. Leading, being in a position of leadership is not an easy position, right? It's a position of embracing the challenges that we have to face to bring us and all the people that we are leading that actually may follow us to the other side. You know, I'm a pastor as well. It's been over 20 years that I've been pastoring and leading people in their faith, right? From point A to the other side. And there's so many characters, i.e. Moses, one of the greatest leaders in the Old Testament, right? Who had to bring millions of people from one side of the river or the Red Sea to the other side. And in the beginning, he faced a lot of fear of inadequacy. Was I the right one for the job? Do they even believe in me? Right? And so all those thoughts were in his head. But if he had allowed this to permeate in his mind, he would have turned back to slavery and go back to where he came from. But he didn't allow that to happen. He says, we must go to the other side. We have to face our fear, face our doubts, and believe that our true potential lies at the other side of the sea. Oh my God, I just preached. Sorry, this is not a YouTube channel for preaching, but I just give a word right here. Okay? Take it as you want it. All right? I want to remind you that feelings are temporary and often influenced by circumstances, like we just explained. But your potential is something that deeper and something that you have to really take in a holistic environment, in the holistic view. Your potential is invisible. You can't see your potential until you try to get there. And it's not something that is finite, it's infinite. Until you are able to break fears, to break barriers like this, you will find that you have even more potential. Listen, I was at this conference with John Maxwell, and I'm telling you, this man is in his 70s and still growing, still going, right? Still learning, and his lid is just sky high, right? So those potential is deeper, is more enduring, is far greater than those temporarily feelings that you are feeling, okay? Now, let's tackle those feelings that you may be feeling, right? And I want to tackle three of them, okay? First is doubt, fear, and then inadequacy, okay? Now, when it comes to your doubt, this feeling is very huge. I'm 35 years old, and I've been telling you that I've been doing this for the past 20 years. So therefore, I started very young, right? At 15 years old, my dad became a pastor at 14. At 15, he put me in ministry and says, "You lead," right? You lead the youth, you lead the music, you lead the Sunday school, you lead those things. So very young, I was put in that position of leadership, and I felt like an imposter for so many years. I felt not good enough, but then I was still in that position of leadership, okay? But I understood that you might doubt your abilities, and this is how I want to dismantle this for you, okay? When it comes to doubt, you might doubt your abilities, you might doubt your qualification, but that does not mean you are incapable. And this is what I learned when I was younger. Right? I had lots of doubts about my abilities, lots of doubts about the capacity that my dad told me that I was able to do it. I had lots of doubt about my qualification. I wasn't qualified to speak to 18-year-olds, to speak to 20-year-old people. I wasn't qualified, but it does not mean that I was not incapable, that I was not capable. Yeah, and I became very capable after learning and breaking that doubts one after the other. And it was by doing it, okay? So doubt doesn't define your capacity, your capability, right? It doesn't determine that your ability to do certain things, okay? Fear, you gotta break that, okay? You may fear failure or judgment, but it does not mean you won't succeed, okay? That's why we're telling you feelings are not a reflection of your potential. It's very powerful, okay? So I want you to break doubt. I want you to break fear by repeating, yeah, you know what? I may be fearful right now. I may be fearful of what people are about to say about me or what people may think, but it does not mean I won't succeed. What people think about me is none of my business. What people think about my current capacity is none of their business. It's none of my business, right? My future they don't know about. They look at me at my worst. I'm just going to get better from here. Oh my God. Are you following me? This is very important here, okay? Keep watching, okay? So you have to kill doubt by telling yourself, even though I may doubt my qualification, even though I may doubt my abilities, it does not mean that I am incapable. Okay? Even though I may fear failure, which is legitimate, even though I may fear what people might say about me, it does not mean I won't succeed. Okay? I need to dismantle that so I move closer to my potential. Okay? So first we got doubt, second we got fear, and third, inadequacy. Okay? You might feel you're not good enough, but your potential is far more than what you perceive in a moment of self-doubt. Okay? Right now, you might feel you're not good enough. I may feel, and I felt many times that I wasn't good enough to do a video like this. I felt many times, sometimes just before making the video, I'm telling myself, who am I to say that? You know, John Maxwell have so many other qualified speakers and coaching trainers. Who am I to make a video like this? Who am I to tell anybody to hire me? Who am I to tell anybody to choose me as their speaker, as their coach, as their trainer, to do the workshop in their business? Who am I to even post anything on social media? Who am I? No, you might feel you're not good enough, but your perception is irrelevant when it comes to your potential. So the first one was doubt. The second one was fear, and the third one was inadequacy. If you are able to dismantle those feelings, you wake up every morning, you say, I am capable. We wake up every morning and you say, I can succeed. You wake up every morning, you say, my potential is far more deeper than my feeling of not being good enough. I can get over myself. If you can do this, my friend, you will crush and you will get closer in your journey. Okay? Your potential is rooted in your capacity to grow, to adapt, and to lead regardless how you feel in the present. All right? Listen, when I was in that conference with John Maxwell, he emphasized on that quote for a little bit. And I want to share 5 things that I gleaned from this quote and the way he explained it. 4 things. First of all, leadership is not about perfection. No, it's not. Leadership is not about perfection. Okay? We have to remind ourselves that leaders are human. Okay? We don't need to have all the answers. We don't need to feel confident 100% of the time. It's about being committed. Are you committed to your growth? Are you committed to seeking and going towards your potential? Are you committed to learn and adapt and grow and lead regardless how you feel? It's not about being perfect. It's about progressing. So one of my favorite motivational speaker is Les Brown, the legend. And back when he was a little bit younger, he used to dismantle a belief, right? Practice makes, the crowd would say, perfect. And he says, not true. Dismantle that belief. Practice makes progress, right? So leadership is not an aim to perfection. Leadership is an aim, is a journey for progress. So if you want to grow in your leadership journey and you feel all those things, tell yourself, leadership is not about me being perfect. Leadership is not about me having all the answers. Leadership is not about me showing always 100% confidence. Leadership is about learning to grow, adapt, and lead with progress in mind. Okay? The second thing that I will glean from John Maxwell quote, right, and what I've understood is that we must focus on potential, not on how we feel in the present. Okay? We have to remember ourselves all the time that our feelings are temporary. They're not here to last. We make it last, but they're not there to last. They are there to make us feel a certain way just for now, but our potential, this is what we have to focus on. I'm not going to focus on my present feeling. I'm going to focus on potential. All those external events that makes us feel how we feel, the pressures, the demands, the societal pressure, the peer pressure, the work pressure, all those things are not permanent. They are temporary, right? But our potential is unlimited, and they are not stuck at a location. They move around with us as long as we're moving. Okay? Your potential is based on who you can become, not how you feel today. Okay? So we have to learn to separate our emotion from our potential. Okay? And this is what we must do. So first things, leadership is not about perfection. Second thing, focus on potential, not present feelings. The third thing, and this is what one of the things that John Maxwell really loved to emphasize, and in one of the 15 laws on leadership of growth, of personal development, is that is the law of intentionality. And there's another book called Intentional Living, where this third concept that I'm talking to you right now is really expanded, is the power of intentional growth. Right? This is one of Maxwell's core messages in that intentional growth that unlocks our potential. Okay, if there is something that I love to teach about, that I'm always on nagging people on, okay, is this with this my one of my favorite word is intentionality. We must be intentional about our growth. And if you are intentional about it, this is where your true power resides. By always be intentional, by choosing to grow every day, regardless of your feelings, you're positioning yourself by growing to move closer to your potential. This means that every day you decide to find ways to invest in yourself. Every day you decide to find ways to invest in growth, in your growth potential, right? And keeping moving forward, learning new skills, surrounding yourself by people that wants what you want, the right people, even when doubt may creep in. This is very powerful stuff that I want you to know, because if we get it, then leadership potential is infinite. The last thing that I want to share. So we got leadership is not about perfection. Focus on potential, not our present feeling. The understanding and the power of intentional growth. And the last one, the overcoming of limiting belief. Now, if you want to grow, you have to win. Okay? You can't grow by not winning. And to win, you have to fight. To win, you have to fight. And as you fight, you will overcome certain things. As leaders, we need to challenge those limiting beliefs. I can do it. Challenge it. Try it. Do it. A moment of doubt does not mean that you're not capable. I want you to remind yourself of that, okay? It doesn't mean that you are doubting certain things that you cannot do, that you are incapable, okay? Those two doesn't come together. Feelings and the ability of doing something, they separate. We must separate them. It's a sign that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone. Leaders learn to push through those feelings and operate based on their long-term vision rather than the short-term emotion. I want you to repeat that for yourself, okay? Leaders, I need to learn to push through those feelings and operate based on my long-term vision rather than my short-term emotion. All right? Listen, today, guys, we talked about this quote: your feelings are not a reflection of your potential. And what we've learned that we must define those emotions and separate them from your potential. Your doubt does not mean that you are incapable. Your fear does not mean that you won't succeed. And your inadequacy is just temporarily. Your potential is far more deeper than your feelings. And for you to understand that, what you can glean from that and what you can do to understand the separation, and you have to tell yourself that leadership is not about perfection. You have to focus on potential, not present feeling. You have to understand the power of intentional growth, investing in yourself each day, and you have to fight. You have to fight to overcome your limiting belief, because if you win, you will keep moving and keep growing. All right? This is all for today. I hope that you've learned something. I hope you took some notes. And from today onward, guys, you will start fighting. You start going and keep breaking those barriers of a limiting belief. If that was good to you, guys, subscribe, like, comment down below, share this to a friend or to your coworkers or to employees or whatever it is that needs motivation, that needs reminder of all that. You can do this, and reach out. Go to my website, KerbyCoaching.com, and get in touch with me. I would love to help you. Would love to help your organization grow, and I can speak, do workshops, go on Zoom, or come live if you're close to Sarnia, and I would love to be of help to you. Until next time, keep going and keep growing.